Mhm. Hello. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope I have some of you here. Okay. Hello. Good afternoon. Okay. We'll start immediately because, yeah, good afternoon. Because this is quite a long discussion of only one part of the SAS, which is SAS 4. Okay. Hello, everyone. Let's wait for a while for others to come. Hmm, where's that thing? Can you please get your SAS 4 so that you can follow what I'm going to say later? Don't worry, class. Next meeting, let's try to have Google Meet if that's possible. Recorded so that mm, so that you can still have it. Okay, 32. That's not bad. Okay. So we discussed today like we no, not discuss. I'll find my slide. Okay. There's what you call SAS 6, I believe so, that I have not discussed in the slide. Here we go. Found it. Okay. SAS 6. Let's start with SAS 6, then we'll go to SAS 5. Okay. Science and culture. Science affects culture a lot. Like, the more we learn things, the more we lose or gain in our culture. But I will discuss what the culture really is for you, Gen Z. Okay. Let's try to think about avocado, the fruit. Avocado. In the Philippines, we really love to eat avocado as a dessert, right? We put milk, sugar, or put it in a shake, or ice candy, or even float, avocado float. But in African countries, they put salt. Yes, asin. They put salt on the avocado. It looks weird and it tastes weird, but they love it. They love the texture, the creamy texture of the avocado with salt. In Western countries, worse, they add tomatoes, onion, olive oil, and some green stuff and mix it together and call it guacamole. Okay. So, I know it's weird, but it is different from us. So, since they eat avocado different from us, are they wrong? Are we wrong? No, it's not. We might eat avocado differently, but it doesn't mean that they are wrong or they are less of something. Same with culture, same with religious beliefs. Okay. Or they might have been the same religion from ours, but it doesn't mean that they're wrong. It's just different. Okay. You don't need to criticize them or tell them anything that would hurt them. Okay. Uh, and not only with that, it also goes with race, tribe, tradition, language, political or personal views. Anything that is not same as yours is not wrong. It's just not the same. Okay. And as science and culture progress, it goes the same way. Okay. So migration happened, okay, due to technology. So we travel more, we meet new people. There's internet already that all the information is just at the fingertips. We can just search everything. So we become more open-minded. Okay, we gain more knowledge and we gain more things onto that. And those access of knowledge gives different scientists motivation to study or to learn or to discover new things. I believe it's in your SAS number 6, di ba, na psychological motives, practical, metaphysical, ideological, and also opinions of authorities. Hi, I hope you're okay. Psychological motives and practical motives. Psychological. A scientist would discover something. Let's just think about, example, COVID vaccine. A scientist would like to discover the COVID vaccine and take the credit for themselves. It's like, I discovered it. I named it after me. Diba? It's Ed's vaccine. So it's my name. I have my name all over. It's printed on the books. I'll be interviewed in the news. You know, in local language, in Filipino, in we call it garbo, pride. That's psychological motives. Practical, money. Scientists would like to invent or discover things because of money. Okay, reward, promotion, honor, scholarship grants. Yeah, those were the things that motivates scientists. Next one is metaphysical worldview. Metaphysical. They want to study because it's true and it's real and we need it. Okay, it is logical. We need a vaccine, so I need to discover. We need to have it. Ideological principles. They study something because that's what they believe into. You know, like idealistic kayo ka, or like you're very idealistic. Okay. And the last one is opinion of authorities. In the present times, our government requires medical practitioners and other government agencies to create vaccine. Hundreds of years ago, different monarchies sent expeditions, ordered Magellan, Vasco da Gama, those explorers, and young priests or young scholars to discover things because that's an order to them. So those were the 5 cultural personal factors of why scientists, why do we study science. I'll attach this one just really after our class. About this. If you have any questions, you can really just type it down on the comment section during our discussion or after our discussion. Okay. Yes, class. At times, STS is a dry subject. Okay. I know like 1/4 of my class are psychology major. Yes. Right? And you are familiar with Freud. I believe some of you also here had studied Gen 001 or Gen 002. Understanding Yourself. The writer is a good friend of mine. She's a psychologist also. A psychologist, BS psychologist with good credentials. Okay, you're familiar with Freud, right? This is SAS 4, part 1 of SAS 4. Okay, Freudian revolution. So, Darwin revolutionized science in terms of biology. Copernicus revolutionized science in astronomy. Freud is in psychology. Okay. I'll try my best to discuss this. Disclaimer, this is sensitive topic and sexual terms might be used in a while, So just eat the meat and spit the bone. Just get what you think is helpful for you and leave what you think which is not according to your belief, religion, and upbringing. Okay? The last time I discussed this one, some students were triggered. Okay, so Freud, during his time, he was very handsome, one of the handsome psychologists and scientists. And he turned the conservative world countries to a liberated one. They become, diba, liberated na kayo. You're very liberated. Usually European countries or Western countries. Freud made that movement. During, according to Freud, human actions are driven by sex. Again, human actions are driven by sex. Agree? Disagree? Like, men and women work hard to find a perfect mate, right? We study, we behave in a certain manner, we get a good job, good disposition in life, we change our looks, and we maintain these looks to find for a good partner, of course, diba? Awkward man, like, I'm so pretty, then I'll just find someone like, they're that's why you study hard right now, so that you can find a good partner. So according to Freud, all actions are driven by sex. And but then in 1800s, in time of Freud, religion, I'm not only talking about Catholics, but religion around the world, different religion around the world, restricted the actions of people. The church doesn't want his people to be like rascals running around, right? For them, they believe that all pleasures lead to sin. Right, class? I mean, imagine, class, tell everything that is bad taste good. Alcohol, extra rice, samgyupsal, milk tea, infidelity, corruption, money, sex, cheating. It makes sounds tingling and exciting. Now let's say something which is good. Modules, studying, no rice, intermittent fasting, compre exams, SAS. There's no such thing, There's no such thing as a happy road to success. Diba? It's always a hard road to success. And it's ironic. Okay. But yeah, it's same way here. Sorry, we're becoming far away to the topic. Going back to Freud, like, and also with how religion restricts us, they want to control people's pleasure for a good behavior. So it includes sexual thoughts, sexual behavior outside marriage, and of course sexual language. That's why we carried it out until today. Like, it's really awkward for us to tell sex, vagina, penis, boobs, breast, butt, or other sexual language. We have an idea that if we say that one in public, it's really like a sin and it's inappropriate. Can you tell that one inside the jeepney? No. Like, that's why we might cover it with other things like flowers. We alter the terms, which is not good. As most of you are logical and will be scientific professional in the future. Okay. So Freud said that No, it's not. It's our body part, you know. Eyes, nose, lips, penis. Okay. For Freud says that for us to understand ourselves and to protect ourselves, we must identify ourselves properly. Okay. So he opened the conservative mind to Western people, and you know that's why Western people can say what they want or can like dress what they wanted to. Okay. And then according to Freud, he said like, oh, when I will have a theory, I will name it all to all sexually terms. That's why psychosexual theory has, oral stage, anal stage, phallic stage, meaning penis, okay, or genital stage. Is it like, if I will have my own theory, I'll name it all to these terms. Yeah. And then, so let's start with the first one. I hope you have your SAS 4 oral stage. Okay, just read na lang on your own what's the meaning of oral stage. But then, generally, according to Freud, when a baby is born, they cannot talk. They cannot say what they wanted. Everything of pleasure comes from their mouth, from sucking, from grabbing anything and putting it to their mouth. That's how they wanted to connect to the world. Okay, so they really wanted to what do you call that? During this oral stage, if a child um, cry, okay, I mean, how can I say? I'm sorry, I got lost. During this age, not only sucking but also feeding or crying, do not stop the child. Okay. Future mothers, not so soon. Future parents, not so soon. Remember that never get angry when a child is thumb sucking. Never spank them in their mouth. Oh God, your younger siblings or anyone, never spank a kid in their mouth. Never spank them or never cover their mouth when they cry. So like, shut up, shut up. No, 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 don't do that. It would lead to a trauma in their adulthood. It's called oral fixation. Okay. Don't worry, I'll send the manuscript right after this discussion. You know that those people like, why they keep on eating or chewing gum or smoking? Like they cannot help it but putting something in their mouth. They might have like eating behavior, they cannot control themselves because there might have been childhood trauma. Like maybe when they were young, they were too poor that they have nothing to eat. So now that he's an adult and has more capabilities, he would buy anything. He would smoke. Like maybe when he was like thumb sucking, his parents keep on pushing, like pulling out stump. That would affect too. Or those babies that wanted to cry, wanted to release their stress, then their parents kept on covering their mouth. There could be an oral fixation that when they were old, they tend to be talkative, annoying talkative. I mean, we have that type of friend. Like, but just understand them. They might be happen. There might be like some fixation while they were young. Okay, so that was oral stage. Okay, can you relate into that? Okay, the next one would be anal stage. Yes, the hole in the butt. Anal stage. Miss Oi. Yes, like as a child, like from 18 months to 3 years old, a child cannot control peeing or pooing, urinating and excreting. The sphincter muscle is not fully developed until the child is 4, no, 5, 6, 7 years old. That's why they still wet the bed. And never spank them, never get angry of them doing those. In older stage of life, it is considered as you expressing your bad feelings. So if you are fixated in this part of life, it will really affect your older part, the older stage of, yeah, your life. It's called anal fixation. There could be two things for anal fixation. It could be like some parents are too lenient. They're too relaxed with their kids. They just like their kids to roam around with their kids soaking in diaper or very wet, very dirty. So when the kid would grow up, they felt like it's okay, it's normal. So they're very messy, their beds, they're like, maybe they haven't changed their bed sheet in 2 years, or they come to school without ironing their uniform, or they just make their hair messy and they don't feel it's messy. Maybe they have an anal fixation. When they were young, they were left dirty or soaking wet. Yeah. They're very disorganized, very sloppy kids. On the other hand, if the parents are excessively clean to their babies, okay, then the child would grow up, some of them would grow up very organized or might have an OCD. Very meticulous, stingy, or very clean, orderly. They hate disorganized things. Yeah. Or could be they would be withholding. Sorry for the term. You might have uh, the what do you call that? Pleasure of withholding things. Okay. In bowel movement and in also in personal life. Yeah. Like you don't like to let go of things, personal or material things. And you are not conscious about that because you were still young when things happened and you carried that attitude as you grew old. And then also those kids who have deprived or like been punished during anal stage, okay, they might have an attitude when they grow up like, I don't like to express my opinion because I felt like anything that comes out to me is bad or is wrong. Like, hey, what's your problem? And you don't want to say it. You don't want to talk about it. You felt like anything that comes out of you which is negative is bad. But it's not really expressing opinion. As a baby, as a child, that's a form of just urinating and excreting. Okay? So if you have a very irritating friend, most likely they're constipated. Sorry for the term. Sorry for the term. Okay. That's why potty training is really important. Potty training. In China, the boys or the kids' pants has hole at the back. Okay. Are you potty trained? Yeah. I'm proud. I'm potty trained because your mom, like early in the morning, my mom would bring me outside, like that, with the sound and with the different sound effects. So I believe that contributes to my good communication skills as an adult, and I'm not shy with that. Okay. Can you relate to this? Would you agree? You can thumbs up. Sorry. So see. So, do you agree with Janet Oral's anal stage? Okay. Do you know anyone who has like, might be has a fixation of anal stage? Just understand them. And class, mom, if they have an anal stage fixation, can still be like changes to them? Very little. The reverse of um, the effects of anal fixation, oral fixation, are irreversible. You cannot change it anymore. I'm wearing yellow again. Okay, next one. The thing that you can really relate. Phallic stage. Phallic is a Latin term for penis. Local term, dick. Okay. So, I'm sure you are aware about the term mama's boy or papa's girl. Yeah. Freud was misinterpreted at this stage badly. When Freud have written this theory, he said that girls, no, boys likes to have an attention with their moms because they're jealous with their dad, and that sounds sick, right? But actually, it's not. It's not like that. Oedipus complex and Electra complex, okay, Freud's theory, okay, do have a different term. But during that time, he said that, oh, little boys are afraid to be castrated, which was pretty bad for him. But actually, it's a beautiful theory. Um, as a young boy, a kid, the first image of a woman, of a female, would be his mother. Okay, how his mother treated him would affect how he would treat his future girlfriend or future wife. On the other hand, how, like a little girl, how your father treated you or not treated you as a child would affect on how you see boys as your future partner. Like, miss, wait, miss. Okay, it is something like that. Like, there's a saying that marry a boy or marry a man that loves his mom. The way how you were treated when you are young by your mother, okay, would affect on how you would treat your future girlfriend or your future wife. And you are not conscious with that. You are not aware of that. So, when you say like, so mom, what if I don't have a mom, I don't have a dad, or I don't have both? Well, those experiences, those trauma is a huge factor. As you grow older, you still have your options, you still have your choices, so it's still up to you, but those experiences will greatly affect your choices. So if you don't have a mom or if you don't have a dad, it could still be into this example, like girls, are you dating someone now? Yes, no. Like, ask them about ask them like, what's your mom? What's your relationship with your mom? Right? If they said that, oh, I love my mother. She's my life. She's everything. She's amazing. She raises us up. Okay. If that's the case, then that's a really good sign, If she respects her mother, the more that she would respect you. You are no, that's not a really good. Okay. Like, I'm very careful with my words. I'm sorry. Okay. So, but when he said like, oh, I don't care about him. She's very annoying. Okay. Like, oh, she left us. And then I don't like her at all. Blah blah blah, saying trashing word to your mom. That would be a red flag, girl. You know, it's a really bad thing. Or what if said like, my mom left us when we were young. She went abroad, but then I still love her. I still respected her, and I value her sacrifices. Then it's a good thing. Or even if you said like, my mom died, I don't have a mom, but in case I would have a girl that would be into me, I would love her so much. The love that I've never given to my mom. Yeah. Your experiences cannot be changed, but on how you treat them, okay, is still up to you. Okay. And I'm really sad. Those traumas, these effects, fixation, are irreversible. If someone do have trust issues already from childhood, trust issues, daddy issues, childhood issues, they were not treated well when they were young, it will greatly affect, okay, your future. But it doesn't define you as a person. Remember that. It will not define you as a person. Are you okay? Okay, class. Okay, and on a lighter mode, I was dating a guy before, and I'm doing my thesis. So I asked him I asked to borrow his laptop. Then I asked him like, oh, there's a password. Then he said like, oh, my password was Shilandra0126. So like, that's a girl's name. It's like, okay. And then later on he said that, oh, Shilandra is the name of my mother. I said like, oh, okay. The password is his mom's name. Check your guy's phone. Is there a picture of their mother? Or their grandmothers? Or on the other way around also? Girls? Boys? Okay. How do the girls treating their dads? Okay. Yes. But still, those emptiness someone might feel, fixation, could turn into a good way or in a bad way. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, latency and genital stage. Let's just get this one together. Okay, so latency and genital stage are continuous stage in child's life, and this is your stage right now. This is your stage. You are in latency and in genital stage. It is says like that. When you are in your puberty, you must enjoy yourself as girls or boys. Like, chat with your friends, hang out with them, have some crushes or girlfriends or boyfriends. It's really okay. Enjoy your life. Have some privacy. Have some like me time. Have some like time to reflect of what you want without your parents' judgment. Be yourself. It's really important because some people, due to probably poverty, they work in a really young age and they carry the responsibility of their family, or they were married at a really young age, they have children, so they never experience how to be teenager. Okay. It will affect their later years of life. That's why there's what you called midlife crisis. You've noticed like there are some couple, they're like 25 years of marriage, then suddenly they just broke up. because they wanted to have time for themselves. They want to find themselves, those terms. Because they've never experienced that one when they were young. Or you've seen those grandmothers after they raised their children. They started to dress up like they will go to Zumba always. Yeah. They look fixated. Yeah. Because they might say like, oh, I missed this experiences when I was young. I've never experienced this. So I wanted to do it right now. Hmm. So, uh, those things might affect them. And what Freud really wanted to say is like, I've created this theory for you not to judge others. Okay. You always hear this comments like, oh, maybe your childhood is so sad. Ang lungkot siguro ng childhood mo. Like, or like, maybe you were not treated well when you were young. Like, kulang ka siguro. Yeah, those bashing comments. That's true. That's true. Um, Remember that fear against theory is not for us to judge anyone. Now that you know this one, you must understand more other people. Okay? Um, if we need to understand them, we don't need to judge them. Okay? And I'm happy that you are schooling right now, so meaning you are really experiencing latency stage with some academic struggles. Yeah. And then if you have any questions, violent reactions, you can just comment down below. Okay. And um there's a lot of resources online. Do not hesitate to get the resources the internet world can offer. Okay. Um, Again, I'm sorry if this topic doesn't suit to someone or to anyone. Again, just get what you think is good for you and leave what you think is not. Okay? So, if you have no more question, then I would cut this uh, live. Okay? You can replay this one. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.